So real quick, what we're going to do, this isn't going to take too long, is take a look at many different charts to really see kind of the bullish thing that's happening. You may have not noticed yet, but gold is incredibly bullish at the moment. I haven't seen this in gold in such a long time. Really, the last time I saw any real bullishness in gold was back when I was in college, and that was several years ago, back when we were at 1200. And then all of a sudden we went to about 2000. Like this was when before COVID, because COVID we had the drop and then the rise, which I mean that was bullish too, but we had this movement here from 12 all the way to 15, and that really wasn't that bullish at all. It was still pretty niche and all that. And now we're seeing some rapid price movements in gold. I posted this in my private community that I deleted, or that at least I left. It's about to be deleted because people want to spam it and not appreciate it. So this is gold right now. As you can see, we have this classic push movement higher, setting up a new support, and then just driving up. It's just driving up, and this happened at its all-time high of about $2,000. Okay, so here we are at 2330, which is up about 15% from the all-time high, and we are driving. Like we're going up. So, and look at this. This is massive. This is a big, incredibly bullish move. It's happening very silently. I don't see the news stories online talking about it. Maybe some niche places are talking about it, but it's just driving up. You know, I haven't seen any news stories in my feeds yet about gold, and that's because, like, why would they ever want you in gold? This is the independent metal. It doesn't matter. It doesn't care about the country that you're in. Gold is gold. It's valued everywhere. Same thing with silver. This is just a massively bullish influx right now. I'm not going to predict and say, oh my God, well, it's going to $50. But as you can see on the daily chart, it's screaming up. It's been here for several years, and now it's just screaming up all of a sudden, ready to hit its all-time local high, or should I say local high of about $30. Now, back when COVID was a thing, $30 was just kind of like, hey, your rounds cost $30 because of all the premium they added when COVID hit, which was pretty crazy. But here we go, all-time high of $50, and we're screaming high. Are we going to hit this in the next few? I don't know. Are we going to surge past it eventually? There's a lot going on when it comes to this, and I feel like there's a silent devaluation of the currency happening right now, maybe a great falling away of sorts. Oil is rising, you know, and honestly, the rest of the commodities, they kind of just do their own thing, so I'm not really going to say, oh my God, everything's going up, but you can see copper is going up. And then let's take a look at Bitcoin, because Bitcoin also is incredibly bullish at the moment. This is where I noted that there was a lot of tension and it was just ready to drive, kind of like the whole gold movement, where you have that movement down, setting a new support, and then you just drive. You just go. And here we are at an all-time high of $70,000 around, and the actual point of resistance based on this chart is about $87,000. Are we gonna surge past it? I mean, I'm not really gonna say what's gonna happen in the future, but all I can say right now is that this thing looks incredibly bullish. Look at this movement here. Look at this. Do you see this? How do we just jump up and then just act around the resistance like that? And it's doing the same thing that we noticed when when you had that circle back there, right here, where we just shoot up right here and then hang around that resistance zone, get down, and then ready to drive. This thing is on a drive. Now, could it have corrected a little bit more right here? Yes, it could have corrected a little bit more, but it decided not to. So we're going to see. And it looks like a new all-time high is approaching right here. So I don't know what to say, you know, and Bitcoin's going to make its run, and that's just good news for the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. Here's Internet Computer. Honestly, I love ICP, just one of the most undervalued assets. As long as it continues to work, you can build an entire application on the blockchain. This is not, oh, I'm gonna have my website stored on some other service. No, you can have the website stored on ICP, the files and the assets on ICP, the currency itself that you can mint whatever you want on ICP, the identity and the account management on ICP. You know, Um, it's a really nice environment, and they're doing great things. If they make it better, faster, it's just going to win. It's literally going to win. One of the most undervalued assets out there. I have this yellow line here just in case it wants to shoot up double of the impulse. Double of this impulse that was made here in December. If it wants to do that, super hyper mode and go up to, I don't know, like $2,000 if it wants to, you know. But right now we're eyeing the fact that it's repelling off of this lower resistance. Finally, it went down before, and I was like, oh my God, this thing's just taking such a long time to develop. As you can see, it's repelling off of that now, so that means that we're definitely going to hit here, which is about 25 bucks, which is up 50%. And then up to around here, which is 40, which is a little bit over 100, 120%. If you want to get in, you know, I just, you know, like it. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin mining here. Bitfarms is just a really nice. So we need to see what happens on Monday. Is it going to repel off of this bottom here, which I think it could. Bitcoin is driving at the moment. So if it repels around here and attempts movement back up to about $3, $4, $5, then you know, that's pretty optimistic. Though we had a very bearish pullback here, bad earnings, but I mean it's kind of expected because they spent so much on infrastructure for Bitcoin mining, and Bitcoin mining is just only going to get more competitive. Bitfarms is just one of these companies that saw an investment opportunity and decided to put more in, which was this initial drive here from 1 to almost $4, which we rode, which was pretty nice. You can see that it set a new higher high, and so it should be reattempting this eventually. And I think now is one of the good times, as long as Bitcoin continues to drive up. This thing can go up from 2 to 4.5, and that's a 300% move. Let me do the math right. 150% move. So. Here's another one, Dezo. Some people like it. It's pretty niche right now, but decentralizing social media, if you're into social media. It also had a very powerful impulse, hitting this right here, which is a resistance that's held for quite a while at $40, and it could just go up to 200 if it wants to. I mean, here I have the ratio between Internet Computer and Dezo, and Internet Computer decided to break out of this channel with some real force behind it. We've been in this channel for several months, ever since the initial impulse in December, and then we just drove higher, And I think that I don't know what this thing do. Did it glitch? Did it glitch to me? That's awkward. There we go. Okay, and it just drove higher. So here we are on the daily, and it just screamed higher. Like, it could collapse back down, but yeah. So here's Internet Computer in terms of Bitfarms. Internet Computer is just right up here. This is right up here. The thing's ready to go in terms of Bitfarms to hit this resistance level and maybe past it from 8 to 12, which is a 50% move. And honestly, because of this formation here, you can see the head and shoulders formation, and we just collapsed. So maybe we can go up here to like 30. And like I said, like, commodities are bullish, like silver, gold, copper, oil. Here's the S&P 500. I think it's just going to continue to go up too, but there's a lot of pressure. Like, it'll keep going up in my opinion, but there's just a lot of pressure in it because these things, it needs to correct anyways. There are all these overvalued companies, but we're just gonna let that ride and let that slide. Just kind of like real estate, you know. Just kind of like real estate. Let's see. Just kind of like real estate, how the prices just keep on going up. Although this right here is completely suffering, so I guess I chose the wrong one. But this is completely suffering in terms of actual currency. Pretty interesting. Real estate is, I don't know, maybe it'll just keep going up and price everyone out. But that's really all I wanted to talk about here. Here's Hive Blockchain, which is the other one. Really nice little position here. Whenever it decides to run, I don't know when it'll run, but whenever it decides to run. You know, I have the ratio here. Hive per bit farms, maybe this is the time where it starts to run, as after all, we hit this bottom part here. Hive blockchain could go up. Bit farms can also run. I don't know. But if you have any questions or concerns or whatever, let me know. I'll get back to you on that. If you're here to spam, then I'm not going to respond because the internet's filled with spammers, and I don't know, like I'm going to input a rule someday. If you're verified, then I can respond to you, but if you're not verified, don't talk to me. So yeah, like I said, any questions, comments, concerns, let me know, and I'm out of here. Peace out, and if you have any questions, you know where to find me.